Sports fans, don't miss the latest on our website. Matthew Hochberg breaks down the Lance Stevenson effect on the Hornets offense, while Ben Dowsett shows you which college coaches prepare their players for the NBA better. Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to BBallBreakdown. Did a pretty cool thing where we went through last year's sets of the Miami Heat and compared them what they're doing this year. And we see some similarities and some nuggets that I really like, but I'm afraid that it's a little bit too rote where they have to pass to a certain spot at a certain time, and good defenses might be able to take that away. Last year in the playoffs, the Heat had a unique set where they had LeBron set a pin down for Wade, Cole got a back screen from Bosh at the elbow before setting the ball screen for Wade. All this action diverts the focus from LeBron, who cuts right to the hoop for a layup. Here, they run the pin down for LeBron before screening for him, and this gets the coveted Bosh-LeBron pick and roll and free throws. Now let's move to the preseason where Wade brings the ball up and Bosh sets the pin down for Cole. This puts a lot of pressure on Cole to create something, but it does reverse to a two-man game for Bosh and Wade, and they get an open corner three from it. What I like about this set is that it does invite Bosh's man to help on the pick and roll, which will get him open shots from the perimeter. Next was another favorite of mine, the pin down for Ray Allen, who would then set the ball screen before getting a weak side flare. While the initial action is well defended, it did a great job pulling the defense out of position, and as a result they get a Birdman putback. In this year's version of the play, James Ennis plays the Ray Allen role, but doesn't have the same gravity pull, and as a result the defense is able to contain this play until the shot clock becomes an extra defender and Napier needs to force up a tough shot. Here's an exciting new set they've added. It shapes up like a triangle to start, then Dang makes a shuffle cut off of Bosh's back screen, and it flows to a double pin down on the weak side while Dang is getting the open look on the strong side. Watch Wade fake the pin down himself before using the Bosh back screen to get open along the baseline. Unfortunately, the shot doesn't get to the rim. And look at this progression. A little rough to start on the double pin down, but look how it flows into a second double pin down for Wade, who gets an inch of daylight. The Heat had kept this sideline out of bounds play where the inbounder gets a double flat screen set for him across the free throw line, which then becomes a pick and roll for him. On the slip, LeBron gets a layup. Chalmers opts to go underneath the double screen before attacking on a sideline screen and roll and finding LeBron on the baseline cut. This season, it's Cole who gets the double screen into the pick and roll and attacks the middle with his right hand dribble, creating an open look. And Napier runs it through this time and shows off his stop and pop from not so long range. Here's a zipper into a screen and roll they ran last year, and what's weird to me is that after passing to the zipper cutter, they run the passer right in front of him, taking away any threat he might have to attack. But it did clear out the side for Wade to go to work at his favorite spot, the left block. And this year, you can see that it's still a work in progress and a bit stagnant, but an interesting pass from the top to the corner by Chalmers yields 2 free throws for James Ennis. Another wrinkle they've added is a motion offense with lots of dribble pitches. While I'm not a huge fan of passing it to a cutter only to have him hand it right back to the passer, the Heat do this kind of action all the time, and it loosened Danny Granger up for an open three. And this one is a simple 5-out spread with a quick handoff into a pick and roll that gets an open three. Last year, one of the best sets the Heat ran was Horns with LeBron on the left elbow. And the only game Bosh got significant touches in the finals was when the Heat ran Horns a ton in Game 2 with him at the elbow. However, we went through all the Heat's games, and this is the only Horn set they've run all preseason. So there you have it, sports fans. The Heat definitely are going back to a lot of that sort of stagnant five-man out and hoping that guys like Norris Cole can create offense instead of letting Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade do most of the two-man game to create shots for their teammates. So it remains to be seen, but my first impression on these offensive sets is that they're going to struggle a bit to score. They have to get Chris Bosh down low 8-10 times a game at least, and I don't see evidence of that yet, and that's troubling. So we'll keep our eye on that. And don't forget, lots more coming up at B-Ball Breakdown because we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You win?